Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight. Of course, you can't tell by this brick wall behind me if I'm out in public or in public, but I am outside, out at this beautiful park out here, and so I've been out here half the day, and earlier it poured out here. We really needed it, so Starlight did get wet, but I didn't mind because we definitely needed the rain here. So anyway, I love you so much. I really do. And this is some love floating from me to you. So I really do. I got so much love, and I am so grateful to all the things that God, the universe, is doing in my life. So I really hope that you're able to get out in nature like Starlight is. And it's been a day, so Starlight has had a day today, and I am so blessed though. So I really hope you're, woo, that was a big bug. I actually heard it go near my ear. I was like, woo. But anyway, I am bubbling with so much love right now. And if you're one of those people that can sense energies and frequencies, well, you're definitely going to sense mine today, because I am really bubbling over, with so much love in my heart for anyone and everyone, So I do love you. I love you so much. And I am so grateful for so many things in my life. I could make a humongous list of the beautiful things that I am seeing and witnessing every day. So anyway, I really hope you're loving yourself. Please, I some of you, like all of you, I really wish I can get in contact with you, and I am working really hard. I got a whole lot of stuff that I am working on, and you will be able to reach out to me soon on Instagram. So please be patient with me, because I am growing as I'm going through all these changes. So I do love you, and I really do hope you're taking really good care of yourself. And if you are new to YouTube, or if you are new to me, welcome. And you could find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, you can give this video a thumbs up, and thank you. Starlight loves making videos about relationships, so I was so amazed today, and I thank all of you that did watch my last video about relationships, and I was like, wow, 5 views and 3 likes. So I love that. Is one of my strengths as far as videos go, that's what I believe. So thank you for those of you that gave thumbs up for those videos. And also, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, don't forget to leave a message down below. Beep, beep, beep. And I know, look at this. Starlight has got her crazy hair. This is wild. So this is Starlight Hair Day moment. So I just didn't want to put my hair back up. But anyway, don't forget the notification bell. Plus, you could share any of my videos. And don't forget to check out my playlist. Wow, that is crazy. The stuff that Starlight has on her playlist. And also, you could follow me on Instagram. Like I said, I will be there. And if you've left me messages, I really don't want to put all that on my phone. So I would have to, I'm going to have plans. I just got to figure everything out as far as Instagram goes, so I will have to do that at the library. So anyway, you can follow me on Instagram, and that is at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So here we go. This video really is so important, and I have to I have to thank God, the universe, for this information. So thank you. I needed this. It's a lesson, that I needed to learn. And, we all are learning stuff, from the time that we, started in this planet Earth, whether you're in the third dimension, you started in the third dimension, and maybe you're in the same dimension like Starlight, the fifth dimension. And the third is the fear frequency, but the fifth dimension is the love frequency. And this is why I have so much love pouring out right now. So it is, I am blown, my mind is blown right now in such a good way of, all my needs are being met. I am so grateful and thankful that God is helping me, the source or universe or whatever name, those are my three names now: universe, God, and source. So you might have a name that you have. So anyway, I do love all of you, and today is to really help you. And like I made the video yesterday about with relationships, is the things what you want to look out for as far as, like getting in a relationship. And, like Starlight mentioned in other videos, and I don't think I mentioned it in my video yesterday, but I will mention it now, is Starlight is praying and asking God to help me to discover who my real twin flame is. So I really thought this one man was my twin flame, and there's days that I'm like, I was so madly crazy in love with this man, like some of you might have been in a situation like this. Have you been ever so crazy, head over heels in love with somebody where you really did the inner work? You started working on yourself and everything started changing. You started feeling better, you started getting healed, and because this person, it was one of those, like I was blind to that I was in love with this man, this beautiful spirit being out there. And it's crazy, even though this person deceived me, tricked me or whatever, is I still have love for that person. Isn't that crazy? That's how, that's like unconditional love. Yes, I was upset. Yes, I was hurt. But it's, I learned a lot through it, so I am not, at first, yes, I was upset with this person, but I'm letting that go. I'm letting that go, and I realize, I needed that lesson. And the lesson is, really, like I put in the last video about, really listen to what people are saying, because actions speak louder than words, and I am so blown away. I mention it, and I'm not here, I don't want to boast about it or have pride come in, but lately I have been getting nailed so much by men introducing themselves to me one way or another, and I didn't even know. I was like, I love it though, and you might, the reason why I love it is because that's the best way to really find somebody, is right when you're out in public. Because I've gone on many not many dating apps, but I went on a few, but this one that I spent a lot of years on, and I met a lot of men on that dating app. But really meeting them in person is best, because you know what they look like when you meet them in person. But on a dating app, they could put a picture, they could put a profile, they could do all this stuff. They could say they live over here when they live over there. They could tell you, Starlight went through all of it, and some of you might be thinking of different things if you've been on, a lot of people have been on one dating app or another. I have actually paid money on some of these apps out there for dating. Would I ever do that again? Absolutely not. So no, I would absolutely not. And now I don't even think the dating app that I had is it's not even free anymore. I did go back on there trying to meet people in the area trying to get a free meal, really, to be honest with you. And I was going to really tell him too. I was going to say, I really just would like to go out and get a free meal. Just to be straight honest. I really wanted a connection with a man and to go out to eat dinner. But just to be real and honest, just, there's men out there that will do that. They're like, hey, I just don't want to eat out by myself. So did that blow you guys all out of the water? And I never did that before, but I've gone on a lot of meet and greet dates where I had my money ready to pay, and they're like, oh no, put that away, I will pay for your meal. Where, Starlight, in this situation, I might have not have had the money, but I really missed going out to eat and talking to a man. So anyway, I know a lot of you might have left the room. Where did you go? You were here a minute ago, but hey, I'm just being real and honest with you. And as far as apps go, dating apps, is the best way is to meet people in person, because like I said, a lot of people, they could put a picture when they were in high school. I have met men where their picture, on the profile, he was handsome, and clean looking. And then, I got their number and we were texting, we were talking, and we decided, hey, let's meet. And then, he took me out to a beautiful restaurant. But when I met him, I'm like, that's not what you look like in the profile picture, because wow, you gained a lot of weight after, I just talked to you, the picture that you put, I didn't really say that to him, but, because it would have crushed him. But he did. He ended up gaining a lot of weight. So he deceived me from the very beginning on the dating app. That's why men, women, not just men out there, Starlight has asked a couple men out in her life. And how did that go, Starlight? Horrible. Yeah. The man that I just was in higher love with, I got deceived. And the first one, I was chasing a man, and, it was a different time. I wasn't the person I am today. But I did get brave, and it took me some time to build up some courage to ask, especially the first one out. The second guy that I asked out, taught me a lot, at least. Yay, he taught me a lot. I learned a lot. I learned so much from him. So I am, I even wanted to sing a song because of the heartbreak. So you gotta really take time out to listen to men or women that you meet with, and all of us can be guilty of it. I could be guilty of it. I could, when I meet men, or well, when I say meet men, that means I could be at a park and a man could, come in the area that I am, or I might go in the area where he is. I'm honest, brutally honest. I am not here to play any head games. I am not here to play with any man's hearts. I actually had to tell a man not too long ago that, we do not match. I'm over here, you're over here. You're in the third dimension, I'm in the fifth dimension. So there's no, I love to hike. He's not into hiking. And it is sad, because I have to be honest, for me, I want to, when it comes to searching for that one, is that you want to focus on all the things that you desire. I desire a man that loves to hike. You like to hike, you love to hike, you like to travel. What is it that you like? Thinking of all the positive things. I love to try new things. Now, food on that part is a little different because I'm not going to eat meat. So, I will try, man, you give me everything else, well, I got a vegetarian vegan diet, so I don't eat sweets, junk food stuff. you know, unless it's actually something that like protein bars or something like that, I'll eat those, you know, or fruit because it's good for you. But so it's so important that whoever you meet is start off on the right foot and really, you know what, be yourself, be your authentic self, and be honest with that person, you know, and you know, listen to what they say. And I I am talking to different men all the time, you know, but I love the interactions. I actually wanted to get paid before to just talk to men on a phone, you know, or even video chats, you know, just because I love interacting with men. Not just men, but women also. But really, I have, I am definitely, I am straight and narrow here on searching for a man, not any females. So it is so important when you start off is to be honest with that person. You know, if you're into hiking, you're into hiking. But if you're not, be honest. You know, if you weren't hiking all this time and, you know, now you want to start hiking, well, Starlight's really not going to be interested in you. I really desire to be with a man that's been doing this like I've done this my whole entire life. You know, so all those things that you love and enjoy, you're really going to want to get hooked up with a guy or girl that loves those same, at least a lot of those same things, like I mentioned in the last video. So this video is about be not deceived, you know, is sometimes people want to, you know, like Starlight loves to do artwork, and I miss that so much. I wish I had some arts and crafts here. I'm thinking of how can I be creative in this situation where I am. So you know, I got some things going around in my brain thinking, oh, you know, there's some artwork I like. So if you're, whatever you're in, think of all the things that you really like, or what are you willing to try. You know, I just talked to a man earlier, and I got his business card, you know, with his name on it and his number. And you know, he's into music. Starlight is into music. What kind of music? You know, what kind of music do you listen to? It's so important. Don't say something to somebody because that is what they want to hear. You know, be honest with them. First, be honest with yourself. Like, you know, they might say they like doing this and that, and a lot of times people will say they are into something when they're not. You know, right now I'm kind of battling, you know, I do meet men here and there and this over there or that way, you know, in different ways. And, you know, there's times that I meet people where I'm like, you know, we are like, there's issues already going on, you know, and not that it's a big problem, but we don't really line up as far as our belief system, as far as where we are, like on a spiritual level, or, you know, like with God, you know. So you gotta really make sure when you're interacting with people, that you get connected with people that are not pulling you backwards, where you know, I just came from there, you know. So you want to make sure you get with people that are going in the same direction. Where are you going? Where are you headed? You know, it's so important. If you don't go to church, but you meet a guy or a girl that, you know, they were out, you know, doing choir somewhere, is that really the person that you really want to get connected with? It's up to you to figure that out. I can't answer it for you, but Starlight is not going to go back where I just left. So I am right now in my life is learning about spirituality and all this stuff. Now, you might have different views and different beliefs. Really, you got to really, you know, it could be a real big problem, and not that we're always going to have the right answers in our walk, because we're all growing at different levels, different, you know, God has us all planned out a certain way. But, you know, there's times that you're not going to see eye to eye on certain things, and that is okay, you know, and there's going to be definite times that you're going to have disagreements, you know, with some people. You're not going to agree to the same thing, and you really you got to figure out what are they talking about. And it's so important to really, if you don't get what they're talking about, ask them, can you explain that? And that's, I am so good about that. If you said a word and I don't know what the word means, I'm like, what does that word mean? You know, I could put my pride down and say, I don't know what that means. Can you explain that more? You know, and sometimes that's what we really need to do if somebody's talking about something, is just to say, hey, I really want to know what you mean by that. Can you add, can you know, I'm not really understand. It doesn't mean that you're stupid. It doesn't mean that you're dumb. You know, there's people that will try to impress you as far as like getting in your life and your space. Are people trying to control you, you know, right away, you know, where, you know, that to me is a, you know, a big red, humongous red flag, you know, if I'm just, we're not even friends yet, and you could get together with somebody where they're, you know, I don't have this available here, but I'm going to put something on this screen here, is, you know, like baseball, you know, is that, like I mentioned in videos, other videos on relationships, is that you got to take one step at a time. Number one, when you just meet a stranger, do you become friends right away? You know, maybe you only met them 2 or 3 times, and they, bye, beautifuls, enjoy your night. So, you know, you want to see, that's the kind of love. Starlight's got some love flow in here. So I am sorry I did that. It's just that I made these women feel so beautiful. So anyway, is when you meet somebody the first time, or maybe 3 times, does that make that you're, oh, we're friends now? No. You know, they got to earn that. And I do. I have to say, I thank God that God did use my mentor, you know, and I don't know if I ever would meet him. And, but, you know, he taught me a lot. He really did. He opened up my eyes in so many ways. You know, I have to forgive the man that broke my heart, you know. So it is so important that we forgive those people that broke our hearts and learn what they were teaching us. Learn, what were you teaching me? You know, what kind of lesson were you teaching me, and am I going to learn? That is so important, is to, when, you know, when we get hurt by anybody out there, is that, are you going to learn the lesson, or are you going to repeat it? So you really want to figure out, okay, what were they trying to teach me? Well, they were trying to teach me is to not to trust every person who comes along. You know, we should start off saying, okay, I'm meeting you the first time, and when you talk to me, I'm going to be listening with my ears. This bug. I'm going to be listening. What did you say? You said what? You know, and then you're going to watch with your eyes, but listen with your ears, your beautiful ears, and say, you said that you're this way. And watch to see if they're acting out what they said. And then you're hearing what they said, but the actions are not there. You're like, wait a minute, you said this, but now you know, you talk it, but you're not walking it. So are they talking? Are they walking their talking? Are they walking their talk? And don't rush. Don't rush into things. Starlight was trying to do that a long time ago. I was like, oh, can we meet? And, you know, the guy that broke my heart, you know, wasn't going to meet me, you know, even though I tried, you know, hey, I'm going to be over at this place on this day. You can come and meet me. And, you know, that never happened because, you know, he was teaching me to slow down and be patient. So that's a big thing, is don't be too much in a rush. to hurry things up. And like I said, like is like a baseball field. You got home base, you got first, second, third, and home. You got to go around. So teach the guy or girl, and it could be either or, depending on each person's what they're going through and stuff like that. Is like with Starlight, I am not thinking about sex, and I didn't really put anything about sex in that video what I made last time, because there's a lot of important things about that. Do you want to talk about sex right now? Okay, we'll talk about sex right now. So when it does come, when sex, when we, it's good to really talk to somebody, and a lot of us loves talking about this topic when it comes to getting connected with somebody. But when you're try to feel each other out, first try to stay away from the whole sex topic. Really try to just kind of build your way up to ready to talk about sex, because I know how I am as a female. If the first thing we start talking about is sex, then I'm thinking, is he just wanting to just have me as a playmate? Is he trying to really rush into stuff? So you really want to kind of really talk about the other stuff. Ask questions about their family, and be cautious sometimes about family. That can really be a hard topic about, hey, does your family live around here? Do you got any brothers? Do you got any sisters? That's, you don't want to talk a whole lot about their families, because you're really not getting involved with their family. It's about you and them, because they could have a really rotten relationship with their family right now. So does that mean that they're a bad guy or a girl? No, because you know what? I know how I am, and I know how it is with, I left in New York, so I left my family, because there's times that we got to let go of people that no longer love and support you. So just because, you might find out that they do have situations with their family, it doesn't make them a bad guy or girl. And as far as sex, like I was saying, is that, you want to really be on a friend level when you start, they got to earn the whole thing of being your friend. If you're going to have issues and they're going to trigger you all the time, and you're not really trusting them because they're saying one thing and acting a different way, why would you want to be friends with that person? Because you're not even friends, but already there's red flags shooting all over, And, as far, like when it comes to being honest, they might say, hey, let's go meet and do this. And, some of you might think these are little minor things, but they're not. Like, hey, I'll call you up later. And they never call you. I'm going to do this and do that, and then it never happens. Those things are really, you got to focus on those things and like, they said this, they said they were going to do this, but they didn't. Are they keeping their word? Are they even, can they keep their word? If they're going to meet you later on, did they even, they didn't even let you know? They didn't even tell you that. Was there anything going on later on? Why didn't they let you know that they couldn't meet you later? They just left you hanging? Well, what do you think the relationship is going to be like? So communication is so important as far as, being a friend. What kind of language do they have? Like, I went into a Dollar Tree store the other day, and, I asked for help, and I explained to the guy in there, I have no clue what I'm doing. I have never did this before. I said I went to another store. I needed to get a debit card. I needed to know what I was getting myself into before I buy the debit card, because I know once you buy the debit card, you cannot return that debit card back. You can't get your money back. And like, hey, so the guy was being rude and sarcastic with me. He worked at the store. Are they a sarcastic person? How is their comeback answers? Are they rude from the very beginning? Are they impatient right in the beginning? Are they controlling? And like, hey, how come, like, those are, it's good to test these people out. See how they're going to respond. That's how my mentor, taught me, was to, test them out. See how they're going to respond. See if they're going to get angry and upset and try to control you and, boss you around. And there's times that, women or men will do that. They will actually try to control you and be like, really, I've seen a lot as far as like dating apps, and I've been on so many dating apps where, where like, are they somebody that's constantly acting like a little child and always bugging you and repeating like, I'm going through that right now where, if I say I don't want to do something and they keep on bugging me about the same topic over and over again, like, it's like a child, that wants to go somewhere and you said no, and they insist, they keep on asking you, and you already explained, no, I am not going to do that. This is why I'm not going to do this. And then, but they don't stop. They keep on pestering you because they're hoping that you're going to cave in to whatever that they want from you. And they're not respecting, they're not being patient. They're trying to, those are things that you really got to pay attention to and say, we're not even friends yet. And already you're pushing to be friends, so you really got to, that person needs to learn patience. Make them suffer, make them wait. Don't give them everything that they want, like maybe you don't want to, and it's good to not to rush into stuff on these things. Is you don't need to write to them every day. Kind of start off slow, just like the way people should be when it comes to Christmas time with your kids. You don't want to, like in the beginning, give them a whole bunch of stuff every Christmas, because then every year they're going to expect more. You want to start off, sorry, I got an itch. You want to start off with, hey, you know what? Let's get together like one time a week, out in public or wherever. Make sure you're keeping yourself safe. And if they don't respect you by, like, Starlight's got to keep her ass safe. If they invite you to a place that you do not feel safe and you're like, no, I am not going to do that, is that you really got to, listen to yourself. And especially when you're meeting somebody anywhere, men or women, is to really be careful anything that you eat or drink. Pay attention to the stuff. I have to do this. Recently, I was at somebody's house and, they, I did take one sip. That's all it takes though. One sip. I'm telling you, you might think I'm crazy and I don't really care, is that, if you're going out to eat at a restaurant, that's one thing. But if you're at their house and they invite you over at the house, or if they have anything and, they might pour you a glass of water, is there anything in that water? Could there be anything in that water? Where one time I got invited to somebody's house, and they had something clear they had something in a jar and it was clear liquid, but I don't know what is in that container. They could tell me what's in that container, but if it's not a sealed container, you really got to be careful, men or women, because you don't know who you're dealing with, because there's people with sex trafficking and stuff like that. So you definitely want to keep yourself safe. But with all these things, safety is the key on all this stuff, especially if you're not even friends yet, and there's people that they will rush you to, like, from home base, and they want to, hey, we're already friends. We are. I don't even remember saying that we are friends. So if they're trying to be friends right away, you got to let them know. And this is one thing I have to do, is we're not friends right yet. We are working on getting to know each other. You got to step by step punish them, really punish them, and say, no, we're not friends. Make them suffer, make them wait. They need to wait. They need to learn patience, because I'm not in a rush. Are you in a rush? Why are you in a rush? Why are you in a rush to get where? I'm not even interested in you. So, you gotta really take things slow. And that's one thing, is that if you're too much in a rush about doing stuff like I was with the guy that broke my heart, and how many pieces. I don't have it with me. It's kind of funny. I wish I had it with me. I had to super glue my heart back together. Actually, I had to put it back together again, that beautiful heart of mine. And it was all cracked up, and I had to, put glue in there and then let it dry. And then after that, then I had to put a whole layer of glue all over the top, and nice and smooth. And now my heart is back to whole again. So I got to protect this baby. I love myself so much, is that I'm not in a rush. I really am not. And like I mentioned in other videos, and I'm not sure if I mentioned in the last one, but I don't even have any rings on my fingers. See, I'm not married. I plan on getting married, and I'm not having sex until, I really put the man through the fire, and test his ass out, just like the way they purify gold. I'm gonna see make you turn it gold when like, oh, you're gold now, okay. I'm gonna, turn you into gold. And I'm like, hey, look at you. You are sparkling. I'm ready to get married, baby. Start. I am definitely so excited to meet my twin flame. And so it is beautiful. I am like waiting for God. I am here with my heart wide open for that special someone in my life. So I'm not giving this baby away, my beautiful heart, away to somebody that doesn't deserve that heart. I'm sorry, but the one that broke my heart, I have the key now. I have the key. I got my key back to my heart. I did. I gave him the key to my heart, and now I have it back. So it is so important that you protect yourself. Listen to the people when they talk, and test them out. Do stuff. Try to get them upset. Try to get them upset. That's what well, I thought it was my twin flame. See if you can get them upset. See if they're gonna like get all upset and say, forget you. Oh, okay, you can't handle it, right? You just can't handle it, because you're gonna have days like that in relationships where you are gonna get upset with each other. And are they gonna get so mad and start packing their bags and leaving? Bye. See you later. So yeah, test their ass out. I'm telling you, that's what my twin, the guy that I thought was my twin, he did. He put me through the fire. And it's crazy. Like I said, even though I put my heart back together, I got the key to my heart. This time I'm not going to give the key away so easily. So I love you so much, and I know I could go on. You want to go on for another hour on relationships? I know we didn't even talk about sex, did we? Because we're not friends yet. We didn't get to the friend level yet. So now I'm messing with you guys. It's like, Starlight, I wanted to hear about this in another video. We'll talk about sex in another video. But as far as my YouTube channel, we are family. So we are family. So, and we're building a relationship together, and this is why I got bits. Like if you want to learn more about me, check out my other relationship videos. I do get compliments on my there's a man that I actually met. We went on a meet and greet, out in New York, and he loves my relationship videos. He says he gets a lot of help from these videos that I make for relationships. And it's all about being real, being yourself. Don't put a front on, because they're going to find out, so really test these people out, women and men. If they're just, like searching, if they're just wanting to take from you or whatever, and, like it's a love and, like a give and receive, you gotta, what is it? My mentor taught me this, is if testing people out on texting is really good. It is really interesting if they're not really good on communicating on the texting or the phone calls. Like, I have guys left and right wanting my number. I haven't given them my number. If I give you my number, that says something. So don't give your number away right away. Guys, I know you already ran out and gave her the number, right? I know I got tons of, right here's I'm not going to show you the picture, but right here's a card, I received. It's beautiful. I'll just show you part of it, but it's a guitar. He's into music. Isn't that beautiful? So yeah, don't, get to know them. Of course, I know guys are already running out and giving their numbers away, but protect your numbers. If there's a way like Starlight does, I protect my numbers, my number. That way I call them, but I protect myself. That way, and I've had to block somebody on my phone a couple of times already. I'm like, golly, they got a different number and they got a hold of me again. And, why did I block them off my phone? Well, I helped the man out. He was a homeless man. And you know what he did? I gave him a beautiful hug because I really cared. He was dirty and he was living on the street, and it was wintertime, and I felt in my heart to give him a hug. Well, he took it wrong. And then, later on, months later, I get a message on my phone, and what the heck was that? I ended up getting a naughty picture, and I was really upset. I was like, I really cared for the man, and and he was really just talking about sex, and it really ruined any friendship that I thought I could have had with that guy. So, so I will delete people and block them off. If they want to act like they're how old, 18, 19, 21 or something like that, I will block it. I used to do that stuff when I was younger. I don't do that anymore. I'm not going to send any nude shots. You're going to have to suffer. So anyway, I do love you so much, and don't be deceived. Please be patient. Don't be in a rush. Test these people out, whether it's a man or a woman. And I will be out on my Instagram. If there's any men that are brave enough to reach out to Starlight, I will be on Instagram. Facebook is a hard place, really. I get a lot of people on Facebook, but Instagram really would be the best place. But of course, you got to do your homework, find out what Starlight's all about. You're going to have to watch all these videos to get that information, to find out what Starlight is. That you could do a lot of homework like that and find out, oh, okay, this is how Starlight is. And then you'll know, okay, I think she's such a, you could have all kinds of opinions out there. Wow, she's a wild chick. Yeah, you got that right. So anyway, I do love all of you, and take things slow. You don't have to see them all the time. You don't have to text them all the time. That's where things kind of go too quick and too fast, and then before you know it, we're doing things that we really need to learn a lesson on. Like, oh, I did that too fast. So anyway, I do love you all. This is Starlight. You could give this video a thumbs up. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you can don't forget the notification bell. You can leave a message down below. Beep, beep, beep. The brave ones leave messages. I got some beautiful people, women and men. I love you all. I love you. I do. I love all of you. I love you. You make my day. You really do. I love you. When you watch my videos, when you subscribe, when you leave me a message or a little heart. So I do. I love you so much. And also, don't forget to check out my playlist. Share, share, share. And you can follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. So I do. I love you so much. I love you. So I do. I love you. I do. I am so filled with so much love. And I gotta give it, you know. I am giving you so much love today. I love you. I do. I love you. So I do love you so much. This is Starlight. This is Starlight, Love, Light, and Peace.